carried him to a wheelchair. But on their way out of the game, there was a kid sitting courtside that saw the real reason Paul was escorted out.
You see his face?
He knew it was no injury. Just look at his reaction. He smelled lies in the air.
Good Dark Knight gang in the thing, gang. Yeah, today I'm about to do a video from Rebound. This one right here is titled Most Embarrassing Moments in NBA History. Y'all requested it. Bro, you know I got y'all. Listen, if you're an athlete, you know we've all had embarrassing moments. I've had multiple embarrassing moments. Bro, I remember my senior year, right? You guys know I played football in high school. I was a little beast. I ain't gonna lie. Anyway, senior year, I'm starting running back, right? I remember this one play. It was the homecoming as well. Oh, bro. Anyway, I get the handoff. I think it was like a 26. It was like a 26 dive or maybe a 26 sweep. I forgot. Anyway, I get the handoff. I cut up through the hole. I see daylight, right? I'm running. I see the strong safety come down. I'm like, I'm about to light this nigga up. I tried to dip on him. I got smacked. I got smacked right in front of everybody. Everybody in the crowd was like, oh! Homecoming, my senior year. Everybody saw it. But anyway, it don't matter though. We all get embarrassed. We all have embarrassing moments. I'm ready to hop on into this. It's Friday. I hope all of you guys have a good day. Hope all of you guys have a great day. Continue to go after your goals and dreams. You already know what's up. You already know you're part of the gang. You already know I love y'all, man. You already know. I'm ready to hop on into this, though.
From pooping your pants mid-NBA game to accidentally making out with another dude, these are the most embarrassing moments in NBA history. It was Game 1 of the 2008 NBA Finals. Lakers versus Celtics. Kobe versus Boston's Big Three. So the crowd at TD Garden was packed and ready to witness greatness. But what they got instead is one of the NBA's most embarrassing moments. During the third quarter, with 6:57 left on the clock, Kobe dribbled around a screen and drove to the rim for a floater. But during the shot, Paul Pierce randomly dropped to the ground, holding his knee. It looked like he just suffered a horrific injury. I mean, he couldn't even stand up on his own. So 3 guys picked him up and carried him to a wheelchair. But on their way out of the game, there was a kid sitting courtside that saw the real reason Paul was escorted out.
You see his face?
He knew it was no injury. Just look at his reaction. He smelled lies in the air. Paul was escorted the rest of the way to the locker room, and it looked like he was done for the night. Only thing was, 2 minutes and 30 seconds later, a white flash came running out of the tunnel. It was Pierce. He's back.
The homie accidentally took a little small doodle on himself. You know what I'm saying? He had a little accident.
And when he had to go to the bathroom to finish. The crowd went crazy. And Pierce came in with a spark, hitting clutch shots to seal the deal. Boston won.
He felt 5 pounds lighter.
But the biggest question was, what happened to Pierce? How did he recover so fast? Was it all a publicity stunt? Well, it turns out that Pierce was so embarrassed about what happened, it took him 11 years to finally reveal the truth.
11 years ago today, wheelchaired off the floor for reasons he will keep to himself.
I have a confession to make. Whoa. I just had to go to a bathroom.
Another one? Oh,
I had to go to the bathroom.
But why did you need a wheelchair to get to the bathroom?
It was that bad.
Something went down. I had to go.
Something went down.
You were streaking?
Okay.
Exactly.
Not only did Paul Pierce himself in the middle of a game, when he came back to the game, he wiped his covered hand on his teammate.
That's a fact.
Disrespectful.
You know he washed his hands.
He went back to the locker room, had toilet paper, new clothes, moist towelettes. Paul, you had everything you needed, and you used this man's shirt. Shame on you.
Hey,
honestly, I'm sick of this man. I don't even want to talk about him anymore. The only good thing I can say about him is he didn't make me watch a dude makeout session. Yeah, a while back, 2 dudes kissed each other during an NBA game. That's a whole new level of embarrassment.
It just looked like it got heated.
Unless it was intentional? See, during the 2017 finals, in a game between the Cavs and the Warriors, tension was at an all-time high. Golden State was up 3-1, and they were looking to close out the series in Game 5. But the Cavs were not trying to go home without a fight, literally. And with 3 minutes left in the second quarter, Cleveland was down 15. Trying to close the gap, Kyrie drove to the hoop for a layup, but he missed badly. And that's when him and David West got tangled up for the rebound.
Kyrie, my favorite.
Thankfully, everyone acted like reasonable adults. They got over it and lived happily ever after. Guys,
yeah, right.
Come on.
They got in a fight.
If you've seen any of my videos, you know that's never how it ends. Went down. Because what actually happened is Tristan Thompson rushed over and tried to handle it himself, pushing West right in front of the refs. And that's when it happened.
You know it was an accident, bro. Come on.
And it must have been love at first sight as David went in to seal the deal.
Oh, J.R. Smith kind of pushed him to him, too. All right, y'all didn't have to get that close to one another to yell, though. Y'all doing a little too much.
That's a double technical right there on both of those guys.
Yeah, y'all were a little close.
You know, after watching this,
bro,
I think Tristan was trying to tell us something. He was trying to tell us that you need to drop a like and subscribe, or Tristan finna pull up and kiss you. Yeah, that's right, on the lips. And I know you can't risk that. So what are you doing? But anyways, David West wasn't subscribed, so whether he liked it or not, millions of people saw their first kiss on live TV. Even LeBron had to witness it up close. But he's no stranger to embarrassing moments. Back in 2019, the Lakers went up against the Jazz.
Bro, your transitions are fire.
LeBron did something he hadn't done in a while. He wore his signature headband. Only difference was, that night, something was off about his hair. See, LeBron had allegedly gotten hair surgery and plugs put in that offseason. But his barber insisted that it wasn't true, saying, there's no dye, no additives, no preservatives.
Yeah, right.
Everyone thinks he's dyeing his hair using temporary hair colors.
He using everything
it's
in the
all
book.
his hair. And I mean, hey, it's his barber. We gotta trust him.
Tory Lanez need to hit up LeBron James and ask him where he get his shit from.
During the matchup, LeBron was playing well, getting to the rim, hitting his jump shots, but things took a turn for the worst. With 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, Troy Daniels steps up to the free throw line, and as LeBron walked toward the bench, Anthony Davis tried to warn him, but it was too late. Now, I know it might have been hard to tell what happened, but
at least the homie tried to let him know.
Gave us a closer look. LeBron's hairline was f***ed up. And the worst part was, he didn't even realize it, because during the post-game interview, you could literally see his hair peeling up.
Anthony Davis, the only homie that really tried to tell him, like, hey, fix that. That shit is crazy.
God damn, Bron. What the hell's going on with your head?
Man.
And man, I just looked it up. Hair surgery cost $15 grand. I hope LeBron got his money back, because he got clowned relentlessly on Twitter. And then he had no choice but to give up the headband forever. It's hard to get more embarrassing than your hair malfunctioning mid-game. But somehow, Michael Beasley did just that. During a game between the Lakers and the Thunder, LeBron was injured, so LA was relying on Lonzo, Kuzma, Ingram, and the one and only Michael Beasley. During the first quarter, the Thunder absolutely lit the Lakers up. Dunks, alley-oops, threes. OKC was bodying LA, and as their shooting streak continued, they went up 32-17 with 3 minutes left in the first. So, it was time for LA to bring out their secret weapon, the GOAT himself, Michael Beasley. Coach Walton called his name, and Michael checked in at the scorer's table. Then, this happened.
Moments ago, now here is one for the books. Michael Beasley looking to check in for the Lakers, and then is told, hey, Michael, come on back. You're wearing the wrong shorts.
Oh, I wasn't even paying attention to that. I thought he was going to take them off. You know how basketball players always take like their sweats off?
Before.
Those aren't sweats though. Those are shorts. You're right.
Honestly, he's lucky though. They let him run back into the locker room, change, and check into the game.
Shit,
and after the Bees went to work, the Lakers rallied all the way back to win, 138-128. But to keep it real, he was probably too stoned to feel embarrassed, or even remember it happened. But Beasley isn't the only one who got a little too stoned before a game. J.R. Smith's high ass caused one of the most embarrassing moments of his life. Only thing is, he wishes he could forget it. It was game 1 of the 2018 NBA Finals between the Cavs and the Warriors. Both teams were playing out of their minds, barely missing a shot. And luckily for Cleveland, LeBron came ready to play. He was having one of the best games of his career, so it looked like Cleveland could pull off an upset. But everything got crazy in the final moments. It was 107 to 106.
Oh, I remember this.
With 8 seconds left on the clock.
Oh, yeah. And J.R. Smith, he like holds it or something. He doesn't pass it to LeBron. I remember.
LeBron had the ball in his hands, and he was ready to make the game-winning play. But out of nowhere, George Hill was fouled and sent to the free throw line. The Cavs were only down 1, so make them both, and you win the game. Easy enough, right? George sunk the first to tie it up, 107 to 107, with 1 shot to win it all. He lined up for the second free throw, then
misses it.
This happened.
And J.R. Smith gets the rebound, right?
Hill misses. Rebound goes to the Cavs. J.R. Smith hits it back out. Throws it to Hill. Hill shot blocked. And we'll go to overtime. You get the feeling J.R. Smith thought they had the lead. You don't know the score.
Man.
Exactly. That's a bad mistake by J.R. Smith.
And LeBron James was trying to get a timeout.
And LeBron James is wide open at the top when he gets the rebound.
Watch James. Now wanted a timeout, but too late.
They should have gave him his timeout.
And 5 minutes go up on the clock. Overtime here in game 1.
What in the was JR doing? This man grabbed the rebound. Had a chance to win the game himself.
Put it right back up.
At least pass the ball to someone else who could.
Yeah.
But it turned out, somehow, JR thought the Cavs were up. So he just dribbled out the clock. And even though LeBron had 51 points, they still lost in overtime.
Oh,
and
they
eventually
lost
got
that game
swept
too?
4-0, losing the series. I literally can't imagine anything more embarrassing than accidentally costing your team the most important game of the season. Well, I mean, there was that one time with Kevin Durant. See, if you know Kevin Durant,
what did KD do?
You know the dude's got a Twitter problem. And in 2017,
Facts.
he had just won his first championship with the Warriors. People had been clowning him all year for joining a super team. And eventually, KD had enough. Someone tweeted at him, "Man, I respect the hell out of you, but give me one legitimate reason for leaving OKC other than getting a championship."
That's the reason, nigga.
A fair argument. But when KD responded, things got weird. Durant tweeted he didn't like the organization or playing for Billy Donovan. His roster wasn't that good. It was just him and Russ. Then he added another tweet saying, "Imagine taking Russ off that team. See how bad they were. KD can't win a championship with those cats." Wait a minute.
That sounds like somebody else.
Is that right? Was KD referring to himself in the third person?
Somebody else made the
It turns out KD forgot to switch to a burner account before clowning on his old team and defending himself. I mean, that was pretty desperate, bro. I feel kind of bad for KD. I mean, he's worth $170 million, and he's worried about what some random text on a screen is saying about him.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
But not as embarrassing as James Harden's moment. Back in 2020, during a game...
Hold on, bro. So KD be creating burner accounts and replying the comments to have his back because people talk shit. Hey, that might be smart. I might have to do that. No, I'm
between the Rockets
it's never
and the
that
Celtics,
deep. KD,
Boston came in red hot, winning 11 of their last 13 games. And with it being a primetime matchup, they wanted to make a statement. Boston came out and dominated Houston from the start. But luckily, Westbrook and Harden kept the Rockets somewhat in the game. The two were hitting shot after shot, trying to bring Houston within 10 points. But as the first half came to a close, one play stood out from the rest, and one fan slowed it down for us.
When he tries to get up, look at his shorts. It almost looks like he has a poop stain that's going through his shorts or something. Watch. Look at that. What is that, dude? That does not look good.
It's probably a little streak.
That looks nasty, man.
They out there playing, bro.
I don't care what nobody say.
That is kind of nasty, though.
That looks nasty.
No! That's disgusting. I need to wash my eyes. Ah! Oh, Jesus. Now, what's even crazier is that Harden intentionally pooped himself. This was all part of a master plan. One fan in the stadium named Dr. Barry McCockiner figured out why Harden did this. tweeting, James Harden his pants to honor Paul Pierce, who's in attendance for tonight's game. Rarely see superstars show respect to legends of the past like this. Awesome. Yeah, this was just another step in Harden's master plan. The first step was to grow out his ridiculous beard and transform into the superstar we know today.
Bro, shout out to Rebound. This is a great video. I like your commentary, man. Shout out to you guys for requesting it. Some of these, do you really think James Harden took a doo-doo on himself to honor Paul Pierce? I don't think so. I think he just had a little dirt stain on his shorts. Or he could have took a shit on himself and just used the Paul Pierce reason for an excuse. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, this was a good little video, man. Thank you guys so much for requesting it. LeBron James, bro, you might just need to take the top off. I'll take the top off. You might just need to take it off completely and go bald. Let me know what you guys thought down in the comments. Shout out to the gang. See y'all next time. Peace.